Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Chris and I'm going to be making one of my favorite cold weather or holiday beverages known as the Hot Toddy. So I've got all my ingredients at the ready. We have one of my favorite ingredients, the Jameson Irish whiskey, which is going to add a little bit of hip shake to your step. I've got some honey. I've got some ground cinnamon for a final garnish. And then I've also got some freshly squeezed lemon juice, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. I've got about 2 tablespoons of honey. I've got sliced lemon as a garnish and also some star of anise and a cinnamon stick for the very end. So why don't we go ahead and get started. I've got the water already boiled, so we didn't have to watch the water boil. I've got everything ready. So one of the things I was gonna say, if you wanna make this beverage without alcohol, you can absolutely do that and have a nice, refreshing, warm, non-alcoholic drink, which all you have to do is not include the Jameson. So it's that easy. And then you basically have a nice, warm, festive, autumn holiday beverage to warm your soul. So why don't we go ahead and get started with the Hot Toddy with the Jameson. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour about 2 ounces or 1 jiggerful of the Jameson whiskey into my favorite mug. And usually while the water was boiling, I'd have everything going. You know, I'd go ahead and mix everything in my cup, and then usually, if I time it right, the water would be boiled, everything would be ready to go, and then all I'd have to do is bring the water over. So I'm gonna add my lemon juice. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the hot water off the stove. Bring that over, and it's about a cup of hot water to the mug, but really you can just add however much you want. And depending on how strong you want to make the drink, a little bit more water is going to water it down a little bit more, so it tends to even things out even more. Now I'm going to mix in my honey while everything's nice and warm, and I want to ensure that it melts with everything that's inside. So I give that a couple of stirs. And then once I've got the honey melted pretty nicely, I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. And it's as easy as that. And now all we're doing is adding garnish to make it look better. So I'm gonna add a cinnamon stick to up the level of excitement. A star of anise, which is not for everybody. If you don't like black licorice, you might not like adding that, but I like adding it because it just adds a little bit more of that autumn smell. And then I'm going to drop in a slice of lemon. And voila, you are done and ready to imbibe. Cheers and happy holidays. Enjoy the nice cold weather in front of the fire with your hot toddy. Thank you.